with the possible snow being anywhere from 1 to 3,000 inches of snow this weekend, we're most likely probably not going to go fishing, especially if you're in the areas affected. Please be safe out there. But if you're staying indoors, this is the perfect time to kind of reset your tackle boxes, reorganize everything for the upcoming year. And before we even get into how I organize my tackle boxes, let's first talk about reels, because this is pretty important. If you have some reels that are being stored or you're not using them for a while, it's always a good idea to completely loosen the drag, right? So on your spinning reels on the top here, and then for your bait casters all the way pretty much until they stop turning. The reason for that is because the way that drag stacks work is that screw, when you're turning your drag, it'll push it and compress the carbon fiber or the felt fiber layer that's in there. And if it's compressed too long, you're just going to be, putting extra strain on that layer for no reason. So especially when you're not using it, just loosening them up completely, make sure that your drag will last a lot longer. And here's how I store my tackle. So because I live with a female, we got to keep the house pretty. So I can't just have tackle boxes lying around. So we ordered a bunch of these. Inside of these boxes, I have a bunch of tackle boxes. They're kind of empty right now, but the way that I like to organize my tackle is have the bigger boxes that I'm not going to carry out fishing with me. This one here, big glide baits and swim baits. This box here is going to be like treble hook baits, so crankbaits, lipless crankbaits. I got to organize again because there's like a random glide bait or two floating around here, but lipless crankbaits. I got normal crankbaits in here. Here's a little flat-sided one. But I try to keep kind of general themes for each of these boxes so that when I actually go fishing, I take a few out of each of the types of boxes that I'll need for that fishing trip, and then the rest stay at home. And for my soft plastics, generally what I end up doing is throwing them in the bag like this. And I used to try to organize my tackle by, like, as you can see, this one says finesse. So I'd line them up, put little pieces of cardboard that I cut, write what kind of bait it is, and kind of have like a flipping file of them so I could just flip through them really quickly. But over time, as you know, we buy too much gear. So generally what I try to do is I have 2 boxes of soft plastics, and then I have 1 box for US baits and 1 box for JDM baits. And with the soft plastics, I'm gonna kind of riffle through them and try to look for duplicate bags of baits, right? So let's say, here we go. So I've got some Yum Christy Craws here and some more Yum Christy Craws. If I've used a few of these already and I don't wanna like keep 2 bags, I'll try to either add them together or just throw them into a plastic baggie together and then use a Sharpie to write what they are, just to kind of get rid of the sheer number of bags that I hold on to. But hopefully you stay safe and warm with this coming winter storm. Take your time. Stay indoors, reorganize your tackle. So what are you waiting for? Get out there. Actually, I just realized, maybe don't get out there. Stay inside.